look at that. I'm making... Look, I got medium pouch and lamp. I'm like some sort of roboss. That's a robotic boss. What does this do? Oh, +1 inventory slot. That's a good one. I'm up to 50. I think I still want the pickaxe before I want the pouch, though. +2 ground damage. Yeah, that seems good. I like that. I tried 100% of X2 years back. Missed one of the... Yeah, see, this is exactly what happened to me. When Final Fantasy X-2 came out, I was super excited about it. Say whatever you will about that. And I truly enjoyed that game. Like, I really don't hate that game as much as most people do. The problem being that I really wanted, like, I was so into it, I really wanted to 100% it, and then there's like 2 or 3 things in the game that, like, you can't go back and do if you miss them. So I happened to miss one of those things, and guess what? Couldn't 100% the game, was super upset about it. I think I did finish, but I don't really remember the end of the game. Like, the whole experience was kind of spoiled for me, if I'm being honest. Not in the spoiler sense, but like, yeah, I figured that's what we were going for. But, oh. See, that's some good game design right there. I'm actually really pleased with that. So here, we learn that these rocks fall because the only way forward is for me to break the thing under them and see that they fall. Then, the first thing that happens when I go in here is I learn that this ground is really soft because that guy just falls on. What is this? Did I just gain the power of the elements? Whatever that was, it looked awesome. Let's, I can't tell if that's dangerous down there. It looks just like rocks. Oh, it's spikes! It wasn't rocks at all. This is weird. This is not what I was expecting to find in that, like, mine archway. What's the name for those things? There's gotta be a term for that. Oh, God. There's gotta be a term for whatever that is. Give me that. Give me your resources. Oh, hang on. What are we talking about? I missed something because I was trying to actually play the game. The power of the elements. Are you the... Oh, maybe I am. Which ones did I get? Water, fire... Was the last one earth, and it's implied that I'm air? Is that how that works? I think X2 is a good game, but it took a while for me to appreciate it. I think it's certainly a fine game. Like, I definitely don't think it's as bad as most people... Like, honestly, I enjoyed the dress sphere system. I really did. I thought that was cool. Like... I don't know that I would have implemented it exactly the way that they did, but I thought the dress sphere system was actually really cool. Technology assimilated! Speed boots! Ah. Look at that! I can speed boots. What's down here? Oh, I'd have to dig. Can I dig up? Yeah, I can dig through that. Whoa, I can't? That's weird. Alright. Reason I would want to do this? This is trying to not die. Okay. Alright, there's a little bit of lag to that. That's fine. Give me your greenonium. That's a robot for money. Or is it Erasmus Mormagill? Is that how you pronounce that? I probably would recognize you by a different YouTube name, but I am also excited that you came out for a stream. Thank you for joining me. We're having a Final Fantasy discussion in the comments, mostly. He's a 5.0 monk. Is that for... Oh, that's a D&D reference, isn't it? I haven't played D&D in a while. What's the yellow one implied to be? Light? I feel like 2 of those represent fire somehow. Oh, interesting. I can run and jump. That's very interesting. Right. I need... How do I... Oh, okay. I can do this wall. This feels very Mega Man X in a way that I like. Mostly meaning that it feels like Mega Man X. Hey, I did it. Hey, I got some of them orbs that I don't need. That's exciting. Oh, hey, I found the other side of that thing. Is that everything? Yeah, because the speed boots were down that other place I went before. Oh no, why have I done this? Fight me. There we go. Got extra light and everything. I'm on top of the world. So let's see. After Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, no Final Fantasy game can be worse. Now, I haven't played 13 or 13.2, or is Lightning Returns 13.3? Why did that even happen? But, like, honestly, I was, like, immediately turned off to the idea of 13 because you don't actually do any of the combat. You, like, set up your players to do the combat, sort of. It's the same thing I don't like about Ni no Kuni, which I've talked a little bit about in Final Fantasy, inexplicably. Which is that, like, in Ni no Kuni, I really just wanted to be able to, like, actually have control over the attacks. You have control over, like, special abilities in Ni no Kuni, and when those happen, and you also can tell your characters when they should be attacking, but they, like, determine the rate based on, like, a speed stat or something. And something about that drives me nuts the whole game playing through that. Like, I loved everything about the combat system, like, except that. Because, like, every battle, I just want to be like, I just want to, like, mash X and hit stuff, like in Eternal Sonata, and it doesn't work that way. It is deeply upsetting. I'm not reading this. Did you show it to my father? I don't know, I found a bunch of cool stuff. I'll probably show him some of the cool stuff. Hey, guy. So you found one of the caves, huh? Unnatural stuff was up there. Cogs and steam. You meddled with weird stuff. Sometimes I'd let him stack some of it here in me store. Weird glowing stuff. I'd rather seen him store it in the cave he dug, deeper down. What'll you have then? I like that he's like, here's a bunch of exposition. None of this matters. Let me get medium pouch. And, oh, you can, this is just heal yourself. Okay, that's not that big a deal. You could stack them on top of each other to get out of tricky situations. I'll buy 2 ladders and see what happens. Eternal Sonata was much better gameplay-wise than I was expecting. I love the gameplay in Eternal Sonata. We have gotten a ton of angry comments on the first episode of Eternal Sonata because I said the story is crap. I truly don't understand that because I love that game to death. It is easily one of my favorite games ever. And the story is just terrible. Like, it's terrible. It's just terrible. That's all there is to it. But yeah, I definitely swear by the gameplay of Eternal Sonata. Like, I feel like I want to see more games that work off of that type of formula. I believe just today we got a comment from someone saying that Tales of Vesperia was similar to that. And while I know of Tales of Vesperia, I did not realize that was a true statement. So that makes that something I'm likely to look into at some point. Yeah, the story was even worse on Xbox because they did some things in the PS3 version to help it out. Give me your gear. Probably should have done that better. Whatever. I don't need that up there gold. Do these, like, weird? Do these fall when I leave gravity under them? I should maybe just not screw around with that, I think. Keep on digging. Eternal Sonata store was masterful and easy to follow. I feel like you must have been one of the people leaving a comment on that video. Don't worry, I also saw the part where that was a joke. This is flawless as the Resonance of Fate's targeting system. Oh god. If that game has a flaw, probably that wonky-ass targeting system. It has led to more, like, unfortunate and, like, completely avoidable deaths than, like, anything in most video games that have ever happened. I pickaxe you! Give me this. Give me this. Oh dear. Oh, that's cool. It broke the thing under it a little bit. I don't think there's really a good way to get that. Let's see. What's my light at? 2? I could probably... I don't know. I got like a mostly full sack of crap. Yeah, I suppose I could get this on the way out. Have I played this before? Asks Jam Slave in PSN. Welcome. I'm not familiar with that name, so I assume you're new to the stream. No, I have not played this before. Although this game, I'm really like underselling this because I'm so busy like talking with the chat and stuff. This game feels awesome. Like this game feels so natural. Like I don't like most of these like indie games that I'm picking up and playing for the stream, like I'm just struggling the whole time to figure out the basic rules, and then by the time I've learned it, like the charm of the game is worn off. This game has the tedious problem of like a resource management mining game. They all sort of do it. But this one feels really good. I actually really like playing as the character as opposed to the tank. Like I like being able to wall jump. I like the upgrade system seems to go at a good pace. Oh, I see. I was expecting him to have more dialogue. So no, I've not played this before. 3:30 it took me to complete. Like 3 hours 30 minutes to beat the whole game? That seems pretty good. It appears to take a lot of cues from older game design. Yeah, this does feel kind of old school in some ways. Oh, I can place lamps. I have some money. I'll buy a lamp just in case. I don't really know how to use any of this crap. It's fine. So far, I haven't needed it, but I'll have it for when I need it, and maybe one of you could shout at me that, hey, I should put a placeable lamp or something. I should just, like, break this. This is dumb. I do that every time. It was over here, right? I think this is where I was. This seems correct. Yeah, this feels like Motherlode, only the pacing is way better than the Motherlode that's on the PS4. That is definitely too slow paced. Gets easier and harder. That makes sense. Because I imagine you get more tools, but you have to remember more, and there's probably worse enemies or something. Okay, so the water doesn't short-circuit me or anything. That's good to know. Not a whole lot going on in this cave, huh? Am I doing that better? I feel like I'm doing that as well as I can expect to. I can't dig through any of this, can I? Nope. I'm at a loss. Do I need, oh, maybe I need ladder. Maybe I need ladder for this. How do I ladder? Oh, I can self-destruct. Oh, I can change weapon? Well, I don't have another weapon. Inventory. That's the one I want. No, it is not. Alright. I don't know how to do a thing. Ah. That works. Except, how do I do it? Ow. You know what? I'm gonna come back here. Water is key later on. And you can't do that now. Okay, well good. I was just about to give up on it, so I feel like that's okay. So yeah, what's anyone want to talk about? How's everybody's week going? It's Thanksgiving week. That's what I keep calling it to all my work contacts. Mostly because I never know when they're gonna respond, so I'm just like, if I don't talk to you, then have a good entire Thanksgiving week. I'm excited. It's the first year that I don't have to fly home since, you know, I left home for college. It's exciting for me. I just have to, like, drive down the 170. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it's awesome. Let's, ooh. Alright, I already determined I can't really get that, didn't I? That looks gettable. Icon has trash money. Trash money ain't a thing. Can I only get It's actually an interesting point I hadn't considered. A lot of these games you need to have like a harder pick or whatever in order to get through stuff. And while I'm saying this, I feel like I've found the answer to my own question, because the map has a pickaxe with a multiplier that probably suggests how hard your pickaxe needs to be in order to progress. I was going to say, it's strange that all of the money comes out of the same unit, so it's not as though that money unit can... oh, I need to go to the surface. Because I'm out of light. Although, not having light doesn't seem to be a huge problem yet. Although, I'm guessing that later on there aren't any torches around anywhere, so when your light goes out, you're pretty much doomed. Yeah, even better since I don't have jury duty again. That was a time. Can you jump and swing the pick? No, I cannot swing the pick while I'm in the air, in any direction. So, that is one limiting factor, although that seems reasonable. It seems difficult to try and use a pickaxe to mine something over your head while in midair. It's pretty bad leverage. Alright, so refilled my light. Turned in a bunch of garbage money. I don't think you really have anything I want at this point. What does the coal lantern do? If we upgrade your furnace to burn coal instead of wood, it'll shine longer. Oh. Oh. Okay, so that's like that's a personal upgrade to make it so my natural light source runs out more slowly. That's cool. I should save for that. That seems like a good one. I didn't catch what Sarah Rock's Aqua said. Lantern time? Oh. I suppose I could have used the lantern, but I had enough stuff that I think it made sense to go back to the surface. It's impossible to see with no light. And, Cop Talk. I'm surprised that anyone even remembers Cop Talk. Even you, Alcadius. It happened that one time. No one seemed interested. I haven't checked the numbers in a while, but I'm pretty sure no new people have watched that. But jury duty was a time. I actually really liked doing jury duty. Otherwise, I could easily have gotten out of it, because, like, God, they give you so many chances to get out of jury duty. It's unbelievable. Like, people talk about that all the time, but, you know, my first jury duty experience a couple years ago, like, good lord. It's like they don't want you to serve on a jury. Although, in fairness, they kind of don't. If they're asking you those questions, it's usually because they don't want you serving on the jury. If you need help with the game, ask me. Thank you, Jam Slavin. I will keep that in mind. So far, I have found it fairly intuitive, so I don't think I need too much help just yet. But, I've ruined that. It was a mistake. I don't know exactly where I should probably drop this on my head. I think I need to, like, dig under that cave to find stuff. Is a harder pickaxe even available right now? Like, I'm concerned. Well, maybe I should actually just go down to level 4 and see if it's gonna stop me. That's gonna be my next thing to do. I love podcasts, and that was basically a podcast. Yes, I mean it was. It was sort of like a pilot for a podcast that did not turn out to be, you know, very popular. I don't know, I would certainly revisit the possibility of doing a podcast, like a Renegade Constabulary podcast of some kind. One of the problems that we realized at the time is that, you know, a podcast tends to be about one subject over and over, so that, like, people know to, like, tune in to if they're interested in that one topic. And it turns out that neither Tek nor I knows enough about anything to really talk about anything. Like, I'm really good at memorizing stupid crap about, like, TV shows and video games, but not good enough to, like, you know, be like, oh man, here's how to beat every video game ever, which is what I assume people would want to listen about. So if you're not going home for Thanksgiving, does that mean no Top Hat? Not exactly. Top Hat came to visit around Halloween, and we got a couple episodes with him, Tek, and myself all involved. We have not done, like, the traditional sorts of things that Top Hat and I do, like older games or continuation of Hercules, which I mostly put on him. I should talk to him about that. So is this... I seem to be very close to the 4 times dividing line. I don't know what that means exactly, because it's looking like it's made out of the same material. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yes, it is. You can use your pick until about 10 till upgrading. Okay. That's good to know. Come shake my hand. Sorry, I was holding a pickaxe the whole time. I think this may be the teleporter that was mentioned earlier. But I assume I only get orbs from doing those, like, cave puzzle things. Or maybe some other additional thing, but that would be my guess as to the main way to get them.